Hello, this is Jane NLP speaking to you from beyond the grave. Well, okay, fair enough. I might as well be dead considering I haven't uploaded in chuffin ages. And there are a couple of reasons for that, so I do sincerely apologise. Which is a nice use. All you're getting from me is apologies. Anyway, so I'm just here to show you that just because I'm not ready doesn't mean I've given up or I indeed stopped playing games. So as you can tell, I'm in the shop at the moment. I'm purchasing stuff for the Wii U, and just mainly I'm taking advantage of this indie sale that's on right now for the Wii U. I'm getting games that I wouldn't normally have got. Although that said, I already got Toki 2 Plus from a good deal that the developers actually, 2 Tribe we're talking about here, I've actually did a decent discount on the game. So I got that one ages ago. I think for cheaper than they're selling here actually. So that's one thing. But the rest, well, I want to get Bit Trip Runner because I keep hearing that's actually pretty damn good, and I feel like about £4, that's not too bad. I'm pretty sure you can get it cheaper on Steam in all honesty, but I don't use Steam for that much for reasons. So I'll probably get that. Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams, I'm not so sure about, just simply because I played a demo on Steam. I actually do have that on there. I played a demo of it a bit, and Gianna Sisters, we all know how interesting the history Gianna Sisters has had in terms of what the game is and what it could have been and what it turned out to be, and how that sort of got into trouble by Nintendo and all that kind of stuff. But Twisted Dreams is a fair bit different, and that actually does have something fairly unique that actually makes it stand out a bit. But I played the demo on Steam, and while it looked really nice, it had a very kind of unique art style, which is a bit rough around the edges, but it's actually not so bad. And while the gameplay is interesting, I just couldn't get into it, so I won't be purchasing that, not even for the Wii U, I'm afraid. Mighty Switch Force Hyperdrive Edition. Oops, I seem to have lost connection. Yes, if you couldn't tell, I'm kind of doing this in my room. The Wii U is downstairs, and while the connection is actually decent for the most part, sometimes it kind of trips out. Yeah, so there's a Mighty Switch Force HD, which is the actual HD version. There's Mighty Switch Force 2, but for some reason they didn't actually upgrade the graphics to HD states in that one. Don't know what that is, but I heard that's good, so I'll get that. Spin the Bottle, until I have more people in the house who's willing to play it, I probably will. So anyways, never through that. I think we're all concerned with the reason why I am not actually deep garden. You can see my really horrible recording setup there. This is exactly what I use, the microphone on a bit of cloth to dampen the noise. That's about as far as I could have gotten with that. I might actually get a microphone stand for it at some point, but never mind about that. And yes, you can see pills there. Like I said, that's it's for my medication. That's the salt and potassium for heart regulation, so I'm taking along with my blood pressure tablets. And you might have spotted, yeah, I got one of these things as well. If you can see it properly, the Wii Fit U meter, which I got purely because my sister got one of these as well, and we've managed to get Wii Fit U for fairly cheap, and I thought, oh, let's get one of these as well, because it's a nice little pedometer. It's got an altimeter in it, and it actually tells you the temperature, and it's actually pretty decent. It's probably a bit more handy than the pedometer on my 3DS, which I know is fairly inaccurate. Anyways, so the reason why, one of the main reasons why I haven't been uploading is, I'll just show you. Actually, I'll show you something else. Yeah, this thing here. This allows me to hook up my classic controller, any classic controller, classic controller Pro, up to my PC. And that I bought in place of something else. I don't know if I can find it now. Chirp. I have this connection again. I can hear you. Hold on a second. I'll show you with the light switch on my PC. There you go. It's all nice and glary like. And yeah, I built it myself. Hang on a minute. Actually, no. 2 seconds, please. I actually have one bit of it, which is here, which is the actual thing that connects to the USB. And as you can tell, it's slightly bent, which is kind of a reason why it doesn't particularly work very well now. So, as you can tell, I've replaced it with this thing here, which is wired, so I don't have to buy batteries for it anymore or anything like that. And I thought that would actually solve all of my problems. However, no, not so much. It's acting up like a bugger. Sometimes it works and I'm able to play games with it, but sometimes it just craps out. I mean, I was just playing a game of Jamestown with it, and I couldn't select a ship, because every time I tried to select a ship, if I pressed oop slightly on the actual select, it just counts it as a fire. So I'm actually able to play the game with it, but the actual doing anything else with it is a right old pain. And sometimes, I mean, I was trying to do a portrait of Rome record with it, and Charlotte just kept popping out of nowhere doing stuff that I didn't want her to do, like turning me into an owl and stuff like that. So basically, I can't really do anything with the Classic Controller Pro on PC, which is a shame, because that means I can't really do my GBA or DS recordings, which means no more harmony of dissonance, and on top of that, no more lunar nights, which is unfortunate. I could use this thing you're looking at here, which is my Xbox 360 controller, but as you know, this thing here, this D-pad, is absolutely horrendous. It's horrible. I mean, I could try and slog through it with that, but in all complete honesty, it's a pain. I'm much more happy with the Classic Controller Pros on the D-pad. And I remember I said it was the controller that was the problem. It's not. It was the adapter itself. I just showed you with the USB connection being horribly bent. So this is the Classic Controller Pro. Put that on the floor. And I've actually been testing this thing, so this is what it looks like. It's got a much better D-pad, as you can see. Possibly needs a fair bit of cleaning, actually. Oops. That's kind of embarrassing. Sorry about that. Look, it's black, and I can just do that. Yeah, so pretend you didn't see the horrible dirt there. I do need to clean it up a fair bit. So yeah, the D-pad's much better. The button placement is as I want it. You know, as far as I'm concerned, the A and B buttons are in the right place. I know it's kind of different compared to the Xbox 360 controller. You can tell the A and B buttons there is switched compared to the one on the D-pad. Same with the Y and the X buttons, actually. But everything about this is, you know, apart from the fact that the analog pads are down there and they're not clickable, so I don't really use those for the 3D stuff. You know, the Xbox 360 is better for that, but for the 2D stuff, that D-pad is just, I cannot use it. you know. And as for the gamepad, which you can barely see anyways, actually if I pull it back a bit, there you go. Yeah, so until the D-pad on there is about the same as the Classic Controller Pros, and buttons are on the same thing. The analog sticks are clickable, you can tell there, and have nice decent travel. The only problem I do have with it is the fact that the ZL and ZR buttons, like the trigger buttons in the back, if you lie it down, they tend to click on their own, so that's why it's better to have these kind of things on a stand, in all complete total honesty. Best thing to do. Anyway, so yeah, that's the problem I'm having with the Classic Controller Pro. And I did try it on the Wii U, and you know, I had it connected to the Wiimote, because that's one of the ways you can actually do it in playing Wii mode. You can actually use it to play Wii games on there. Unfortunately, you can't do it through the gamepad, which is a bit of a rip-off. But then again, I suppose if they did that, then I suppose reselling their virtual console base would be redundant, and that's kind of one thing that everyone's a bit miffed about, really. But that pretty much proves that it's not the controller is the problem, it's the adapter. And if anyone knows of a better adapter than that one, or maybe I'd need to look at something with my my drivers or something like that, if you could let us know a better adapter or a way to fix this problem of it being erratic when it you can let them know in the comments. That would be very helpful and handy indeed. In the meantime, I pretty much can only play stuff on the 3DS or any kind of mousey type game, so there'll probably be more Minecraft and Terraria stuff going on there, although I'm not totally keen on those recordings. They don't particularly come out very well. They will come out better because I've actually got a better setup on Cam Studio now, because before it was skipping frames like anything. But the new setup I have, it won't actually skip frames. It'll actually be much smoother. So there'll be an improvement there. But unfortunately for the 2D stuff, the GBA, the DS, and any kind of emulator stuff, there's not going to be much of those, unfortunately. So that's the reason. You can call it an excuse if you want. You know, I could perhaps try and manage with this crappy, horrible D-pad on the Xbox 360 controller, but until then, there's not much else I can do. So that's my reasons for the lack of activity on my channel. You might see more Terraria, you might see more Minecraft, you might see other games that I got for the PC, but not much of the other stuff, I'm afraid. So anyways, well, I'll see what I can do. That's all I can say. In the meantime, if you've got any tips on how to hook up the Classic Controller Pro to the PC without using the horrible, nasty adapters, or just generally a more reliable connection, you can let us know in the comments. That would be really handy for me, and I thank you very much for that. Until then, I think, let's see, I think I might purchase Bit Trip 1. I've got enough cash for it. See how that goes. Yes, you don't have to use a stylus. The touchscreen, even though it's resistive and well, it's actually really sensitive. So I'll be happy with that. Yes, I've got plenty of space. I've got a flipping hard disk installed, so I'll have plenty of space for that. And that is that. So until then, thanks for watching. Really kind of poorly put together update, I'm afraid. And keep on playing, folks!